We're doing today is showing you we got all the backup rotors and a new set of hubs ready to go for our backup wheels and tires. Yeah, I got to point it this way for our F125. So we'll have a complete set of wheel, tire, hub, rotor that you can take off the cart. It's already, but the other set's already balanced. You put them right on. So there isn't any, you know, going through all that extra work and headache when you don't have time. Also out here, we took all the brakes off the sprint cart we bought from Larry Rumsey and bagged everything up. Obviously took the chassis to the storage, right? I told you about that in another video. Thought it was pretty cool. I pulled up next to the wife. I told her, hey, roll your window down. I said, man, you look sexy in that truck with that go-kart in the back. She's having none of it, but we got all the brakes and stuff off, so we can, when we get a minute, we'll pop these things apart with the air compressor and see what's in there for seals and stuff, and then we'll start making phone calls and order us new seals. Now, we're not going to use the master cylinders. We're going to use Paul Martin master cylinders, like I said before. So we'll also use the Paul Martin delay system and all that for the bias, which we think is the absolute most foolproof, best way to go. I've used nothing but that since way back with the Enginetic flip-flop bar thing that I think is an absolute nightmare of a contraption. Too many parts and pieces to it to have trouble with. So we like what we're used to. So we got this done. Got everything set up for our new set of Vega white tires are mounted to our new wheels, and they're in storage as well in a nice 62 to 64 degree temperature over there at the storage unit. So that's pretty cool. I can't really show you a whole heck of a lot around here because everything's right here exposed. But super excited that we got started with the Secret Project videos. We're moving ahead. The generator is running awesome now, and it's back here put away. We had to actually put the second carburetor on, the insurance policy that we bought. Just my luck, right? You buy 2 new carburetors so you wouldn't have a problem, and the first carburetor you put on has a problem. We actually did what a lot of the videos told us to do and opened up the low speed or low end circuit. But usually that jet, because these carburetors come from China, they don't have, I mean, they got mountains and stuff over there. Everything's mountainous. Probably not the same, you know, atmospheric pressure and you know, sea level settings and all that. So they tell you to open it up and it would stop that surging. I opened it up and it got slightly better, but it still did it. Instead of doing it as quickly, it still did it, but it did it slower. Brum, brum, instead of brum, brum, brum. So I come back and I just grabbed the second carb, put the second carburetor on. Man, she runs like a champ. I would love to say, what do you expect for eBay, but it wasn't eBay. I actually got them on Amazon. Man, I know, I'm so sorry. I just, Amazon is so evil. It's destroying all commerce in the country and the world for that matter. So I'm not a fan of Jeff Bezos. I'm not a fan of the ease of this stuff. It was there. I bit my lip and hid my face and went ahead and ordered the stuff a while ago. We went through a power outage and didn't have any juice after working on the carburetor all night long with nothing but a little flashlight to work with, and it being like this, just humid and sticky and nasty, you know, ending up being beat by this botched up carburetor, and I told the wife, you're just going to have to keep the fridge and freezer closed. Of course, we were scarfing on ice cream that night because it was melting. But, hey, you know, it is what it is, right? So, got the generator fixed up, running. It's back over here. Worked on a trailer a little bit the other day. You know, before we went to Gretton, we bought a brand new battery for underneath that runs the fridge and the 12-volt lights, all the 12-volt systems, actually. Our little converter / battery charger that we took out of our RV and put in the trailer when we first put that thing together is botched up. The battery charger portion of it doesn't work. So when you're plugged in to what we call shore power, right, or you're plugged into at the campground, it'll make 12 volts. And if all the, you know, if all the circuits are hooked up, the fridge and the lights and the radio, they'll all work. The problem is when you unplug it to go down the road, you got nothing. And so that's where the battery comes in. You know, we'd have to unhook the battery, or leave it, I guess leave it connected and just run from, you know, the 12 volt conversion while it's plugged in. But going down the road, it wouldn't run off the battery unless we do what we do now, which is we bind everything 12 volt together, so it's just connected to the battery, and then we put a car 60 amp, 10 amp, 2 amp trickle charger, whatever, with the no overcharge built into it. And when we're plugged in, it runs the battery charger, so everything runs directly off the battery, which it's not designed to do. It's designed to run off the 12 volt conversion from the 110. And when it senses the battery's low, it charges the battery, keeps the battery full. So when you do unplug and have to head down the road, you got a full battery. So we've been doing things a little ass backwards for about 5-6 years now. And I started looking for a new inverter or converter, power supply and converter / battery charger with the triple action non-overcharging battery charger built right into it. So yeah, spent most of the day just doing that. Got into looking for that, and then ran back and forth over to the trailer, taking pictures of what's in there. Of course, they don't make the one that's in there anymore. And it's got 12 volt circuits built right into it with fuses, where we're going to have to run 12 volts out of a new system into a fuse block and send them off, one to the radio, one to the fridge, one to the 12 volt lights, each of them on their own fuse, and hope that that the thing works the way it's supposed to, because they're pretty pricey. But so that's it. That's all we got for you today. Just getting things together, man. Like I said in that last description, that last video, picking them up, line them up, knock them down, get the stuff done, get it out of the way. Laid up a seat on that mold for Gary Cram, so that's done. It's popped off the mold. We're all set there. We have a 2-part foam and a new gallon of resin and some catalyst to do the new flat bottom seat for our F-125. So we got all the material. We got everything we need. We're going to start working on the secret project and really knock some things off the list on this thing, man, and really take some big steps forward in this thing, just to make me feel better about the month we took off, not getting to it, trying to clean up our own mess that we had going on, you know. Knowing that this was supposed to be pretty straightforward, get the nose on, get the sides on, work your way to the back, blah, 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 blah. There is going to be cutting and welding to do. There is going to be Zeus locations to develop. I mean, come up, I mean, out of nowhere, we're going to have to make these things happen. So that's the exciting part. We love to cut, grind, and weld and fitting, all that kind of stuff. And if it looks like it does up here when it's all done, it's going to be toot sweet, and John's going to love it. So that's it. That's all we got for you. I just let out a little, if you caught that, I just let out a little part of this secret project there. But sorry about that. I can't help it. I'm excited. We just shot the other video. So hang in there, y'all. Godspeed. God bless. We love you. We're praying for you. Pray for me too. We need it. And of course, we're going to work on this old Ren Speed and get this thing ready. God willing, with all the other stuff we got going on, if we get the parts we need for the front and rear calipers, we could get a motor on that thing for October. So who knows? It might be a little ambitious, but we'll see how it goes. Hang in there, y'all. We love you. Hang in there.